Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Generative Code Art. In my very first video, I have created the image of Ganesha, which I think might be difficult for the beginners to start with, if they are really interested in doing such art. So today, I am going to create a small flower design to let you guys know little more about it in detail. And here's the visual that I am going to create today. Today also I have my entire code with me, so as usual I am going to comment them first to let you guys understand it better. So let's start from the very beginning. Inside the HTML body tag I have used the canvas element. Friends, canvas element is nothing but a similar HTML with one exception that its contents are represented by the JavaScript object having properties and methods embedded into it. Now let's move to the script tag. Here I have defined the canvas context object with the ID defined in the canvas tag above. Guys, remember one thing that each canvas element can have only one context object. Either it can be of 2D type or 3D type. After that, I have declared two arrays with colors as their element. One of them is used for the stroke color while the other is to use for the color used for filling the images. To control the size of the images dynamically, I have declared a variable called R. Till now, the variable declarations are completed. Now let's move to the main function, in which I have called the clearRect function, which is used to clear the canvas space each time when we click on the button. After that, two for loops are used for making the designs repetitive in both horizontal and vertical directions. Inside the inner for loop, StrokeRect method is called for making the grid. The StrokeRect method is consist of four parameters. First of two are the coordinates of a starting point, and the second two are the length and the breadth of the. After that, I have set the stroke style and fill style properties to the colors defined in the array above. These properties take the colors value randomly from the array using the math.random function of JavaScript. Here, ctx.stroke method is used for making the drawn lines visible. So, uncomment these lines and save the changes and see the differences in the browser. Since our grid is ready now, let's move forward toward the main design. Here I have called the begin path and close path methods, which are used to mark the beginning and the end of a particular portion of an image. After that, I have called the arc function, which is used for defining an arc having different center angles. This arc method is consist of 6 elements or the parameters, out of which first and second are the coordinates of the center point, third is the radius, fourth and fifth are the starting and the ending angles in radian, and sixth is a boolean value represent the drawing direction of arc. Since for today's image I need 3 circles with varying radius drawn with the same center coordinates. So similarly, I have defined the code for all the 3 circles. So now let's uncomment the code, save them and see the changes in the browser. As of now, we have completed with the center part of the image. So let's move to draw the petals of the flower. For this, I have used two inbuilt function, move to function and quadratic curve to function. Move to method is consist of two parameters. These two parameters are the coordinates of the context point. Context point are nothing but the starting point of the curve, from where the curve is going to be start. And the quadratic curve 2 method have four parameters, in which first two parameters represent the coordinates of control point and the last two parameters represent the coordinates of the end point of the curve. The control point coordinates are used to define the curvature of the quadratic curve. So, using the quadratic curve in the same manner, I have defined the complete path of the first petal of flower. So let's uncomment the code and see the changes in the Open Live server. Similarly, I have defined the code for the rest of the other three petals. So, to see the all petals in one go, let's uncomment the code and save the changes. And see, the flower part is completed. As of now, the flower part of the motif is completed. Let's move to the corner part of the design. Friends, don't confuse with the motif word. It is just used to define the smallest unit of such generative art. For the corner designs, I have also uses the fill methods along with the move to and quadratic curve to methods to fill the part of the image with the colors defined in the array above. So, uncomment the code, save it and see the changes in the browser. Similarly, I have written the code for all the other three corners. So, uncomment the changes, save it and see the differences in the browser. That's it. Our static generative design is ready now. If anyone wants to look the image random, just add few more colors to the array defined above. Here I have added the dogger blue color to the array. So after saving the changes, the previously designed pattern now looks like a multicolor light bulb which changes its color randomly on the click of button. I hope you guys have understood the today's code little more clearer than the previous one. If you want to try them, I have mentioned the code link in the description below for the today's pattern as well as Ganesha's code in that video description. If you like the video, please let me know through your comments and share it. Also, don't miss to press the bell icon if you haven't subscribed it till now. Thanks for watching. I will be back with a new video soon.